Gorringes are on view, this time for our sale on the 24th of June, day before our big summer fine sale. So we're in the warehouse playing What's in the Warehouse again. Fancy a sit down? Well, how about sitting on this? It's rather smart, sort of Regency period settee. It's in this lovely thick sort of coarse woven fabric, kind of like a Morris fabric, or certainly feels to be of that sort of late Victorian order. It's lot number 2077. You get the cushions with it and everything. How marvellous. So stepping backwards or forwards, spinning round. Thanks, camera lady. How about these? A pair of planters chairs. Lot 2070, caned, stained wood, backs ratchet, and so have a degree of adjustability. You can put your gin and tonic there, and then you can pull out the footrest and properly recline. The only thing you can't do in these is actually sit up. They don't sit upright. So coming round, another settee there. Again, look, this is Victorian with a sort of aesthetic influence, ebonized, may once have had some gilding going on in there. Upholstery, pretty good condition, a little bit of wear to the seat. Then onwards and hopefully upwards. Have you ever seen such a large corner cupboard?
It is enormous.
It is an enormous corner cupboard. We've got a nice lion mask at the top. It's very Regency in feel. Lovely flame mahogany. Got drawers inside and everything. But yes, quite a whopper. You're going to need a big sight for that. Smart pair of decorative wall lights. Here we are, lot 2014, carved wood. Need a bit of repair and probably rewiring, but generally sound. Drifting backwards again, the right sort of bureau insofar as it's not full size, it's a miniature, lot 2018, a sort of decorative appeal to it. Over on the far side here, bedside cupboards, always popular. Tricky for you to see them from that angle, but they are 2081, quite a nice pair of bedside cupboards. And then we just continue onwards. We've still got some mid-century in this sale. The main mid-century sale will have happened, but these are G-plan, I think I'm right in saying. I think these are G-plan, lot 2055, particularly known model with the pair sitting underneath. Not G-plan, painted satin wood, Edwardian type centre table with a drawer. Got a look that it might be continental, but the painting is typically sort of English Sheraton Revival. Smart rosewood break front cabinet here. This is lot number 2029. With the drawer. Has it got drawers here? Yes, it has. That's a nice feature to have drawers all the way along.
Pretty.
Brass grilled doors, pilaster fronts to the columns. Not a bad piece of furniture. So, all sorts of goodies in the warehouse, but we'll go and have a look in the main sale. In the main sale, as ever, an array of things. Let's try and give you some sort of flavour of the sale. So here, something unusual. You won't see many of these wherever you may go. 2471. Look at this sort of brass owl sculpture with the unusual hardstone eyes. This is by Oswaldo Gayasamin, of course. I know that because there's a piece of paper printed here that says it's by Oswaldo Gayasamin. Somewhat obscure, I would say. But there's a whole big printout next to it. He won the first prize at the Ecuadorian Salon Nacional. So there we go, unusual Ecuadorian bird sculpture. You heard it here first. More contemporary things. How about this? I think this was a Royal Academy annual show painting, the Bellboy, lot 2776. And there's a number of other contemporary paintings running through the sale. Over on this side, well, as usual, it runs from the old to the more up-to-date. There's a rather lovely quality, very heavy ormolu mantel clock there, lot 2416. Sadly, Storr and Mortimer, who of course are normally associated as being silversmiths, but obviously they were retailers as well. So Storr and Mortimer have retailed this rather splendid clock, good looking thing. As soon as something's heavy, we always assume quality. Let's have a look in the back. There's a really substantial movement in there that is not signed, but is going to be a real high quality movement. It's lost its bell, and looking at this door, you couldn't, if even the pendulum would be sitting on there, there would be a locking plate to hold it in place when you were traveling to stop the pendulum waggling about and damaging itself. So the pendulum sat behind the bell. The bell was mounted on this, and the bell's missing, and there's the striker to hit it. So the bell just about fitted in. So is this black plate original? Well, I don't think so. This is so crude compared to the quality of this fabulous case. So I think we've got a later back plate. It's seen a bit of adaptation, but still, it's a good thing. Keep an eye on that. And there we have it. Look, there's the bell sitting there, ready to fix, and there's a lovely pendulum. It's I know it's unusual to get excited about pendulums, but this is super quality. The way this is made and the construction from various, it's not just one big lump, and it's adjustable. You can slide it up and down to compensate for slow, fast timekeeping. So that's a good thing, like that. Okay, sorry, enough about that. Stepping backwards, another picture to cast your eye over that's a bit different. This is by an artist called Arthur Lemon, who can make big money, but obviously this is a relatively small picture, but it's more of a sketch, in fact. He hasn't signed it. There's a larger work in the fine sale. Anyway, that's 2767, should Oxon be your thing. And there's some more contemporary work running back here. Again, here's some more sort of very up-to-date contemporary. It's by an artist called John Pegg. Lot 2762. I think there's one other by him in the sale. Next to it, you've heard of sort of Daphne du Maurier. Well, this is a relative called Jean or Jeanne, not Jean, Jeanne, and we know this partly because we've got the label on the back for the Royal West of England Academy Show, Spring Exhibition 1979. So we always like that, we get a good label. So there we go, there's something different. So an array of art for you to look at, and perhaps not that one quite so much, but there's always something unusual here, isn't there? Look at this Dutch, presumed Dutch, pottery wall plaque, and that's what it says on the back, a proverb pottery, circa 1900, there we go, 2442. So, a few bits behind the counter.
Yeah, we've got 5 rails of Lux as well.
We have got 5 rails of Lux as well, because this is a Lux sale, and of course I was going to mention it. So running along here, you've got some splendid pairs of shoes and an assortment of bags. Out in the main sale room, 5 rails of assorted Yves Saint Laurent and other glamorous frock makers' clothing.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. All from one lady's collection, isn't it?
Mostly. There is some other bits and bobs in there. There's a Chanel dress, there's Christian Dior vintage bomber jacket, fur bomber jacket. There's a nice selection that will... Yeah. Great.
So a good array of vintage and Lux for you to look at.
Yes.
Over the back here, I'll bring them across. Lot 2292, Hermes. You get a scarf clip, scarf toggle, like a woggle when you were in the Scouts or Cubs, I think. There's a Hermes. Is that Hermes? No, that's Furla key fob in the same lot. And I think you get something else as well, don't you? You get a fur brooch.
Yeah.
For the golfer with almost everything, step down to Tiffany & Co. and get yourself a silver pen and golf tee holder. Not quite sure which way. That looks like the way it goes up. There we go. So there's the golf tee, and it has a pen built into the pen pencil, propelling pencil, I think is the correct term. So Tiffany golf tee there, lot 2354. Amazing what you get in Lux. In silver, not quite so much as usual, but here's something for you. 2878, a George III silver teapot sitting on a George III silver teapot stand. There we go. They go together like that. That's just so that the heat of the teapot doesn't burn your George III table. There we go. Then in jewellery, got some good things in jewellery. Jewellery, there's a nice mixture. One lady in particular came in. She needed to pay some bills and needed a reasonably quick sale, and of course our weekly sales are absolutely perfect for that, because you bring it in by Thursday and we'll have it up for sale within just over 10 days time, and then 2 days payment afterwards. How marvellous could that be? And so what have we got in these boxes? I've kept them shut to maintain the air of suspense. This is not from that collection, but it's part of the sale. 2983, just a pretty pearl, cultured pearl and gold bracelet, delicately made, from the collection, lot 3002. Let's start here. Nice green box. There we go. An antique diamond bar brooch with just that bit more character than usual. Sitting in front of it, opening up, lot number, spin it over, 3003. Sort of Belle Epoque brooch, rock crystal, frosted rock crystal. The very pink stone in the middle is actually a ruby. Roger's tested it, and diamonds around the edge. Smart brooch. Over here, 3007. There's a very smart Belle Epoque ruby and diamond drop pendant. And it has a friend whereas its friend sitting over here, a very similar one. I'll bring it across. Lot 3004 in seed pearls, sapphires and diamonds. In the other boxes, and no less interesting, lot 3000. This is a Georgian ring set with an emerald and diamonds. Nice early ring, that. Estimate 500 to 800. Sitting behind it, a rather smart pendant again, lot 3006. And last but not least, lot 3001, again Georgian. We've got a tourmaline and a rose cut diamond, or old mine cut, depending on how you want to view it. But anyway, an old diamond, lovely old piece of jewellery on a nice character gold chain. So some really interesting jewellery there. Plenty of other jewellery in the sale. So a really good one to come and look at. And you'll be here anyway, because you'll be here viewing the luxe and you'll be here viewing the fine sale. So it's a multiple conglomeration of wonderfulness at Gorringes as ever. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.